I'm Robert Williams from MetalRules.com, and joining me today in San Antonio, Texas, in support of the new album Hordes of Chaos is guitarist and vocalist Mille Petrozza of German thrash metal legends Kreator. How you doing today, Mille?
Very good.
So your current tour has a little bit of everything. You got German thrash with you guys, Bay Area thrash with Exodus, up-and-coming bands like Belphegor, Warbringer, Epicurean. You and the Exodus guys go way back. Can you recall when and where you guys first met?
First met the Exodus guys. It's kind of funny because I first met the Exodus guys in '85, but I went to their concert as a fan, and I think we got on their nerves a little bit because we're like all like sign this, sign that, and we're really big fans of Exodus, and so for me, having Exodus on the bill with Kreator is like, it's amazing, it's like mind blowing. And they're such great guys. I like them all of them. They're really cool, and it makes the whole tour a lot easier because sometimes you have bands that don't really fit the bill, or bands that don't really get along. And on this tour, everybody is like really, really laid back and really down to earth, and there's no egos, and it's very relaxing. It's very smooth. This whole tour is like great.
So after this stateside jaunt wraps up, you guys, you and Exodus are going to be joining Testament and Heathen in Japan for the Thrash Domination tour.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
It will be exciting, yeah. I mean, we've played the Thrash Domination once before, and it's one of those festivals. It's indoor, and it's so well organized you wouldn't believe, but it's always a lot of fun. It's one of the best festivals there in Japan, and it's great. It's great. It's 2 nights in a 2,000 capacity club, and last time we were there, it was also Testament and us, and it's like a big party. It's like everybody comes, everybody gets together. It's really cool. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Tell me about the Japanese thrash fans. Do they kind of clap or do they go crazy?
They go crazy. Last time we were there, they went crazy a little bit. I know that there's like, people tend to think that the Japanese are very shy and disciplined. They are in a way, but at the Thrash Domination, you get a mosh pit going. It's really good.
So the new album Hordes of Chaos just came out in January through SPV. What would you like to say about the new album?
I've already said a lot about the new album, but I've tried one more time. It's a new album, Hordes of Chaos. We have 10 songs. It's shorter than Enemy of God, and it has very intense songs. It has very brutal stuff. Some riffs are very, very hard to play live, but we try hard. And the lyrics are, to me, among the best ones that I've written, because I have like this little thing in the end of the album, To the Afterborn and Corpse of Liberty and Demon Prince is the first time that I kind of connect songs, the meaning of the lyrics, and it's almost like a little concept piece in the end of the album. So it's, to me, musically, it's a very interesting album, and we're very happy with the way it came out, and also very, very happy with how the fans received it. It's been very successful, so it all worked, man. It's all great. It's all great. I mean, we always get the feeling when we think we like the album,
yeah,
the fans most of the time agree with us, and they get into it. And it's a lot easier when we have a great time in the rehearsal room playing the songs, to really be convincing in a live situation also. I mean, so that the main difference about writing this album and the previous Enemy of God and Violent Revolution was that we were playing the album standing up in the rehearsal room and pretending like we were playing live.
Uh-huh.
And the whole album is like it's builds up like a concert. So it's like a mini concert, mini Kreator concert, and it features the best moments of the band's career. So it's basically influenced by Kreator, you know, which is great. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play these songs live.
So on the new album, you guys use an analog tape recorder and, you know, very few overdubs. Were you trying to make a statement that you think a lot of metal's become too overproduced, or you just want to
No. I think we just wanted to. We're just looking for a different vibe, and I think that on this album it's very loose, but it's not sloppy. And our producer Moses, he was really pushing us. There was no like good enough, so it had to be perfect. So it wasn't easier to record an album in that situation. It was harder.
Yeah.
But it was a challenge. So to make the process of being creative and going into the studio and recording an album interesting, keep that process interesting to us, we decided to leave the path we were on with Violent Revolution and Enemy of God and try something new to keep it exciting. And because I think that whatever you do, you should never get into a routine, you know, especially when it comes to releasing a new album. On tour sometimes you fall into this routine because you play the same set every night. That's why we're kind of changed the set list around today too. I mean, because we got so bored of the old set list. But I think you cannot have that on an album.
Yeah.
You have to, on an album it always has to be, okay, this is the new stuff, and it matters. It's brutal and it's in your face and it's still relevant. And so you have to find a way of keeping things exciting and fresh. And I think that was the main reason why we worked with Moses and tried a new producer and, you know, do something that we haven't done before.
So you guys just filmed a video for the title track off the new album.
Hordes of Chaos.
And you guys, how is it for you? I mean, being a thrash metal video pioneer, you know, all the way back from Betrayer, Toxic Trace, and now you working with like CG animation and all that stuff.
It was especially this video for Hordes of Chaos. We never want to be involved. I mean, sometimes we want to, but most of the times we just send the director, Bjorn Heidmann, who did also he worked on the Enemy of God video as well. So we just send him the lyrics and the music, and told him to do something, to come up with something, and that's what he came up with. I think working with him, and especially in the Hordes of Chaos video, it's great to see what he can do nowadays. You know, with graphics, it's interesting. I really like the new video. It's definitely different than all the videos we've done before.
Yeah, it's really cool. Kind of Conan.
Yeah, it's very metal, almost too metal. But you know, I like sometimes I like to play with a little bit of cliches, you know, because that's what it's all about. I mean, we don't take this. We do take our music serious, but we don't. When we do a video clip, it should be not that we fool around or anything. We take the music still serious, but the video clip should always be something that the director comes up with, and so we don't take it too serious if it doesn't really fit the lyrics or something. You know what I mean? So for that matter, it's a video that supports the song, and it does.
You recently recorded a cover version for an upcoming punk rock tribute album for the German band Slime.
Yeah.
And I know punk rock was a big part of your influence in the early part of Kreator sound. The later material has sort of melodic influence. Where would you say your melodic influence comes from?
Oh, yeah, when we grew up, we were listening to Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. Later on, we would discover the West Coast punk rock sound, hardcore, suicidal tendencies, Dead Kennedys, German punk rock. I mean, that's probably our biggest influence was German punk rock bands like Slime, you know, and Inferno, you know, like all these weird bands that you probably haven't heard of over here in the US, singing in German. And So
You sing German on that track?
yeah, it's the first time. It's the first time you're gonna hear me sing in German. It's fun though. It's fun. When you hear this cover of the Slime song, you can kind of feel it. You know, it's very loose. It's very punk rock. Hopefully, the guys from Slime like it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear that. So I've read the headlines. Tell me how this ties in. I read the headline that Kreator is working with PETA.
Yeah.
What do you guys?
We're not working with PETA. It's like that would be too much. We're not working with PETA. PETA asked us that we, if we would allow them to use some of our music for their clip. They did this campaign where they had people playing World of Warcraft, and instead of killing like characters from World of Warcraft, the characters would kill seal hunters.
Cool.
Yes.
Which track are they using?
They were using Hordes of Chaos and Corpses of Liberty, and I thought that was just something that I can support.
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
very
cool. You know, it's and it's a statement. I mean, we're definitely against seal hunting. I think that it's just horrible. I mean, to me, it's like a decadent. It's like a decadent form of ultra capitalism. You know, if you just kill animals like that just to make profit, and those people can get killed in a World of Warcraft game, you know, whatever, and then we're absolutely supporting that.
Well, I know you guys really wanted to play the Chris Witchhunter tribute show, but you were touring on the other side of the world. I was wondering if you wanted
Here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to share some of your memories of Chris.
Chris, before he became sick, because he was an alcoholic and he was a great guy. You know, I mean, we did the first tour that we ever did. He played drums for Destruction, so it's a waste of talent. You know, it's I was talking to some of your another journalist earlier on, and he asked me, what do you think about the new thrash bands that are coming up? And do you think you're going to make it, or do you think they're going to be relevant in 5 or 10 years from now? And I told him, okay, if they can keep up with it, with the whole, I mean, there's so much shit surrounding you when you're a musician, you know, and you get ripped off by promoters, you get, you know, sometimes you get to play shit holes, and it's sometimes hard, you know, and some people just start drinking, and Chris drank a little too much, and he became an alcoholic, and it's kind of sad, you know.
Yeah.
It is sad. It's a waste of talent, and that's like, if sometimes people ask me what's your advice of new bands, for new bands, if they start out, what would you tell them to, you know, whatever, to break through, whatever. I would tell them probably don't do too much drugs, you know, and don't drink too much. Just concentrate on the music. That's the most important thing. And the tragedy of Chris Witchhunter just shows that again. It's a great talent, a very well-respected musician, just blew it, you know, and then, you know, we all know what happened in the end.
Last year you guys released at the Pulse of Capitulation live in East Berlin 1990 DVD that was long out of print. How much more vintage material do you guys have in the can that you might re-release?
There's some, but some of it is just really shitty.
Yeah.
I mean, at the Pulse of Capitulation, it was all like high quality material that we could use and pimp up a little bit, you know. So what we did, we went into the studio and digitalized the whole thing, and then worked a little bit with the colors and the contrasts and everything, and made it look 2009, 2008, whatever came out, you know, rather than having it look good. You know, the old videotapes were like, I noticed like a lot of my friends don't even have a video recorder anymore, and so we thought, like you said, it was out of print, and we thought it was a concept that really was important for band's career, and so a lot of it. Also, what was really important for us, probably the most important, that a lot of people always send us email, where can I find this? And where can I find this live in East Berlin? I mean, of course it was on YouTube and everything, but it wasn't the same quality. So we asked our record company if they would be interested in re-releasing it, but to do so, we needed, I mean, we took like 2 or 3 months re-editing and remixing the material. It was a lot of work, you know, but I think in the end of the day it came out quite good, and it kind of gives you an idea of what it was like in East Berlin in 1990. You get the vibe, you get an impression of the vibe that was present that day, and that's what we try to achieve, you know, give the people an impression of what it was like.
Definitely a historic time capsule for the band. Well, did I miss anything? What do you guys have next on the table?
Like you said, we're going to Japan, we're going to Australia, also with Exodus, and hopefully, we're right now we're discussing with Exodus, because we're going to South America right after that, right after Australia. Hopefully, we can team up with Exodus in South America, because that would be fucking amazing. I mean, I know we have so many people in South America that I know when we go there with Exodus, they will be yes.
Can we ever hope for the Teutonic thrash bill in the States again, Creator Destruction?
You know what? It's not. We've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried it many times, and Schmier's really into it. Tom doesn't want to tour for that long.
Yeah.
And we know, and Schmier knows, that touring the States, forget about it. If you're not willing to tour 6 or 7 weeks, forget about it. You won't hit every state. It's not worth it. You know, it's like it's not worth the effort. I mean, you did at least 4 weeks, at least. And I think the tour like that must be like at least 4 to 5 weeks. We'll see. Maybe one day.
Well, Mille, I know you're a busy guy. Before we wrap this up, do you have any last words for your fans watching at home?